Welcome back to Coin Lover and Treasure Hunters. Have you ever wondered if that tiny penny in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Today, we're uncovering the secrets behind the most valuable Canadian 1-cent coins from 1999 and 2000. From rare misprints to collector favorites, these little coins could be hiding some big money surprises. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for to see if you've got a treasure in your hands. Let's get started. First up, the 1999 Canadian 1 cent, catalog number KM289, was struck with a copper-plated zinc composition. The coin is plated to look like copper, though the core is zinc, and had a mintage of 1,089,625,000 pieces for circulation. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters, weight about 2.25 g, plain edge, metal alignment. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, third portrait, and the reverse shows two maple leaves on a twig. Now you asked specifically about without mint mark. For Canadian cents of this era, many were struck at the Ottawa facility and typically carry no mint mark. So the absence of a mint mark is standard for many of the 1999 cents. The W mint mark for Winnipeg or other marks are not present here, so your coin likely comes from the Ottawa Mint. It doesn't automatically add huge value just by being no mint mark, since most are like that. What elevates value is condition, uncirculated/mint state, and any varieties or errors. Uncirculated, sometimes abbreviated UNC or MS for mint state, means the coin shows no meaningful wear from circulation, sharp detail, full luster, minimal contact marks. According to one price guide, an MS-64 example, which is a well-graded uncirculated coin but not top-perfect, of the 1999 1-cent coin might be valued at about. So if you have an uncirculated coin and it is in a high grade, MS-66 or better, you are looking at tens of dollars rather than just face value. What does that translate into for you? If your 1999 penny is genuinely uncirculated and in excellent condition, say MS-66 or MS-67, you could expect maybe US $25 to $50 or more, depending on the buyer, shipping, and grading. The CAD values above roughly convert, depending on US dollar to Canadian dollar rate, to similar USD amounts. Note, standard uncirculated coins, lower grade, might only fetch US $5 to $15 or even less. The standard circulated version basically trades at face or just a small premium. For example, an ungraded normal business strike in uncirculated might be valued at CAD 10 cents for a lower grade. So why bother? Because this coin is among the later years of the Canadian penny. The penny was discontinued for distribution in 2013, and large mintage doesn't always mean high value, but condition and error varieties matter. Also, the change in composition, copper-plated zinc, means some collectors focus on attractive original finish, luster, and minimal handling. Additionally, there are known varieties, such as double 999, clerical die errors, for this year which can significantly raise value. If you really want to stand out, check your 1999 penny for error varieties. For example, the double 999 variety, where the date shows doubling, is noted. Also, die grease or strike-throughs under the Canada or on the Queen's crown have been documented. These error coins tend to attract higher collector interest. If your piece has a visible double date or other striking anomaly and is in good condition, that might push value significantly higher. So when you inspect your coin, look for crisp detail, full luster, no wear on high points, like leaves or queen's hair, and check date and lettering closely under magnification. If you're enjoying this breakdown and you've got coins you're wondering about, drop a comment below or send us a photo via our channel's community tab. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you haven't already, so we can keep bringing you these coin value deep dives. Hit the bell icon to get notified when our next video goes live. We'll cover another interesting Canadian coin next week. If you decide to sell your 1999 penny, here are a few tips. First, get it graded if it's in very high grade, MS-66+, because a certified grade helps get premium value. Second, Photograph the coin sharply with good lighting, show obverse and reverse, plus any full luster. Third, shop around. Online auction sites, dedicated coin dealers, local coin clubs. Fourth, if you're holding it as investment, store it in a protective holder, airtight, low humidity, away from direct sunlight, because condition preservation is everything. And finally, beware of over-optimistic valuations. Many coins just trade at modest premiums unless they check all the boxes. So to sum up, your 1999 Canadian 1-cent coin, no mint mark, in uncirculated condition is certainly worth more than just 1 cent, but unless it's high grade, unless 66 or better, or has a documented error variety, you're likely looking at a value in the tens of dollars, not hundreds or thousands. Use the published guides, for example 34 Canadian dollars and 50 cents for MS 66 on that year, as rough benchmarks. Keep it clean, keep it safe, and who knows, you might have a nice little find. Next up. The 2000 Canadian 1-cent coin is part of the final generation of pennies minted in Canada before the coin's discontinuation in 2012. Designed with the iconic maple leaf twig on the reverse side, the coin captures a timeless symbol of Canada. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting her status as Canada's reigning monarch at the time. Coins minted in 2000 without a mint mark specifically indicate production at the Royal Canadian Mint's Ottawa facility, rather than the Winnipeg facility, which often uses a P mint mark for certain years. In the year 2000, the Royal Canadian Mint produced a large number of pennies, but the coins without a mint mark are slightly less common than those with a mark. The no mint mark variety was part of standard circulation production, but the uncirculated coins were often included in collector sets, special rolls, or preserved by collectors immediately after minting. The coin is made from copper-plated zinc and weighs 2.35 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, maintaining the familiar characteristics of Canadian pennies from the 1980s onward. The obverse of the 2000 penny features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Dora de Pedery Hunt, the first Canadian woman to design a coin for circulation. The reverse, crafted by G.E. Kruger Gray, showcases 2 maple leaves on a single twig, a design that has been in use since 1937. The intricate leaf details make it particularly appealing for collectors, especially in uncirculated condition where the fine lines are crisp and untouched. Collectors often examine the leaves and twig closely to identify any dye variations or anomalies. While the 2000 penny isn't considered rare in general, the uncirculated versions without a mint mark hold special appeal to collectors. Coins in uncirculated condition are graded higher due to their pristine surfaces and sharp details, often receiving designations like MS60 through MS65 in the Sheldon grading scale. For this reason, even a common year like 2000 can fetch a premium among collectors, particularly those aiming to complete full-date collections of Canadian pennies. So, what is a 2000 Canadian penny without a mint mark worth? For coins in circulated condition, the value is usually close to face value, about 1 cent. However, in uncirculated condition, prices can vary widely depending on the grading and collector demand. Based on recent auction data and coin catalogs, uncirculated examples typically range between 50 cents to $5, with higher graded specimens approaching $10 or more. Coins in pristine, top-tier condition, MS65 or higher, are especially sought after by serious collector. If you're looking to add the 2000 penny to your collection, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, always look for coins with no scratches, discoloration, or contact marks. Handling the coin with gloves is recommended to prevent oils from damaging the surface. Second, check the edges for any irregularities or minting errors, as these can increase the coin's value. Finally, consider storing your coins in protective holders or albums designed for Canadian pennies to maintain their uncirculated status. While Canadian pennies are not typically considered major investments, the uncirculated 2000 penny without a mint mark can still offer modest returns over time, especially if kept in pristine condition. Many collectors subscribe to coin publications, such as the Charlton Standard Catalog, to track pricing trends and maintain an updated understanding of rarity and demand. Staying informed allows you to make better buying, selling, and trading decisions. For those interested in buying or selling, platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and dedicated Canadian coin forums provide a robust marketplace for uncirculated pennies. Prices can fluctuate based on supply, demand, and grading. When selling online, providing high-resolution images and clear descriptions of the coin's condition can greatly enhance its perceived value. Remember, even small details like minor toning or handling marks can affect grading and pricing. In summary, the 2000 Canadian 1-cent coin without a mint mark is a subtle yet intriguing part of Canada's numismatic history. While it may seem common at first glance, collectors appreciate the beauty of its design, the quality of uncirculated examples, and the historical significance as part of the final decades of penny production. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, adding this coin to your collection can provide both aesthetic enjoyment and a connection to Canadian heritage. And hit the bell icon for more coin collecting guides and rare finds. Thanks for watching.